Jay's cousin.
Right now, that's fine. But I told us, you know, with the new campus, it's campground, 3 minutes from.
Yeah, he asked for it in the week, so maybe. Yeah, there he is.
Thank you. You guys ready?
Danny, come back Sunday morning.
This will be the same, for the planning commission, you can, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats.
Hour and more.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right.
Excuse all my.
Slow.
I highlighted what we received in December. So, and we only had like 190 runs. But Jim has more because they don't bill every little thing if they don't have to. You know, like some of the, is it,
The LCP transport
Yeah.
went straight through us.
that goes to a different area.
That was $4,400. Transfer. We just did another one, and just built it the other day, that's 7-day turnaround, okay?
That's pretty quick. Waiting.
Now, it's
Right.
and then we don't have to run it through the billing company. Even better, because they don't get our percentage. They get a lot of percentage. Morning.
Morning.
This is for January for December. We actually had a good year. Operations are still the same. We're running 4 out of 6 ambulances. Anything you guys see highlighted in yellow, what's changed? Minimum 1 ALS staff member at all times. 94% of December staffing was a minimum of ALS. But we were running dual medics on some trucks as an experiment. And it worked. It's an increase of 14%. All ALS ambulances, 100% minimum staffing as always. Transfers. We did 44 total transfers, but we also only had 276 calls. Out of the 276 calls, only 190 transfers, which was down big time. Normally we're about 315, 330, somewhere in that general area. This was decreased. Transfers were 15.94% of our calls, which was an increase from the following. The hospital has decided that they want to do if we don't take their transfer right away, they try to punish us. So, like yesterday, there was 4 transfers that came out of the hospital. And 4 different ambulances came in and took it. So what I did is I sent our transfer truck to a different hospital to run out of that hospital. So, I mean, my goal is to have at least 90 on. Good news is personnel, we have no full-time openings for anything. We had 3 new part-time EMT applicants, 2 paramedic applicants for part-time. 2 of our students that were out training for paramedics, we had 4 out for training. 2 of them graduated. So now they are paramedics. So that adds to our part-time paramedic list. Training, every week we do training of some sort. Last week was the new life pack monitor. Hand heavy mobile, which is cardiac skills. Ambulance maintenance, everything is good except for the used one that we bought that we've been arguing back and forth with. That was 0084. It's out of service and definitely it needs about $8,000 worth. They did discount the new ambulance that's coming in, but they also pushed back the timeline because apparently there's a Ford recall on a wiper washer switch and they won't release it. But
How long will it be before we get it?
don't know. I asked them daily, honestly, because I really could use one. The one that we sent out to get rehabbed, they got a full rehab. It's in a paint shop. That'll be coming in before the MIH car has been used a few times. Right now, IDHS gave us the grant for it. But now we're waiting for their legal team to develop the contract. So it's a purchase and reimburse, no matter what. Base maintenance. Medic 1, North Judson, had a broken water line. Somebody had got an emergency call and left the door open. It was 12 degrees outside. And luckily it was just the outside sink that broke. I went up there that night and reworked the sink so they had water in the base. Then Rick came up the next day and fixed it. Medic 3, we had to have the heat unit replaced in the bay because when they put the new garage doors in, there was not enough room. So we just went with the cheap, quick $900 fix with a big hanging unit. And it's working great right this second. Eventually, I put an HVAC system in there to make it a training center, which Rick's got the quotes. If Rick does it, don't hold me to it, but I think he said it was like $3,700. Rick to do it.
We just gotta see how long it's gonna take him to do it.
Just, yeah.
Before we can walk away from this other.
Yeah. I mean, I told him I'd help him. Medic 5, Grovetown. Nobody's willing to look at it. The one person I had coming to look at it didn't show up. The main water line burst. One night they backed into the bay and somebody had moved the stopper. And they caught the water softener and the water softener twisted into the holding tank and the holding tank snapped that pipe. I was there for about 4 hours till midnight, replacing that entire water line because I'd cut a section and it would just snap. Cut a section, it will snap. Cut a section, it will snap. What should have been a 6-inch section ended up being 8 foot by the time I found a decent place to cut it. But it's fixed and back up and running. I thank God for late night hours at Home Depot.
And that way you can raise that line where you get it above the ambulance work.
We can, yeah. I just need the time to go in there and do it. Location for the new Grovertown base, as we discussed before. The owner has been contacted. He is holding it for us. He did give me permission to go in and do what I need to do. Look at it, whatever I need to do. I got a phone call saying it's wetlands. I have talked to IDA, DNR, and the Army Corps of Engineers. None of them say it's wetland. But they told me to get a water sample test just to be 100% sure.
Right.
Army Corps of Engineers says it's raised ground. And I never said it was raised ground. It's higher than the creek. It's higher than the 2 lots beside it. So we can go in there and do that. I just need to send out, a water sample. I don't even know where to start with that one. I already talked about the new ambulances, light pack monitors are in, delivered, the last training will be tomorrow. Grant funding, I'm still waiting on Northern Indiana, make a decision. No new donations required, t-shirts are still available. And all of our equipment is in good shape. Any questions?
What has been your impact from the weather so far this season?
Bad. Yeah. We went to just emergency calls only. And that's why the hospital was doing this, because they wanted a basic transfer to go to LaPorte when it was a whiteout condition up there. They're sliding all over the road, and they've got brand new tires all the way around every one of them. They're just, the road conditions were bad. And mainly it was the main road coming in here, which is state. You know, back roads, they're soft and fluffy, but when they plow the main roads, it just leaves ice patches. And I don't know if there's nothing we could do about it. It's a state issue, but
Is there, and I bring this up because there's talk of maybe getting another ambulance in the future. Would there be any room for Stark County to have a vehicle that's more equipped for that kind of weather, something that's set up in four-wheel drive?
funny you say that. Long-term goal is to switch to the F series, not the E series, which is four-wheel drive. 6 wheels, four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
And they're easier to work on. It's hard to find somebody that wants to work on a vans because everything you have to do, you have to take off the whole front section or take out all the wiring communication systems. Whereas if you go to that, you just open the hood and you're right there. That's been looked at, and they're right around the same price. Problem is we have right now is there's no base that's long enough. Because you add that extra 6 feet for the hood.
how about Knox? Would there be?
I have to move the wall.
Oh,
I measured before we ordered the other ones. I really wanted one of those.
yeah,
Now, what we call Jeff, the transfer truck, is all-wheel drive. It had some issues, but not really too many. But we did find out that Jeff is a good backup temporarily, but if you get a trauma, there's no room in the back to work.
mhm.
Because I have about this much room to walk between the cot.
Yeah, I know last Wednesday night, Thursday was terrible, and I was thinking about it, if there was an emergency.
Oh, we still go.
I understand, and I was talking to Tori about it, she said, with the duals on those and two-wheel drive, it can just be a nightmare,
Again, they're all over the road,
right?
but I mean, they know no emergency is worth their life also. They have to be alive to get there,
Right,
you know? So, I mean, we do have contingency. I mean, everything moves. If one moves, they all come closer to cut down some of the time.
If it's a foot short too, we could add on that base, you know, extend it
Knox base, we can't. Lonnie said we couldn't.
too far.
We're already at there, but there's a design that I asked him about. If we take the new bay doors, leave them there and add on long ways, like coming north, we can put 2 more bays right there, kind of make it a horseshoe shape. That we could do.
Knox base would be the best to have a four-wheel drive vehicle based out of, because it'd be central in the county.
And that is the one where 90% of the time, there's 2 medics.
Mhm.
So, and that's where they split off. The Medic 3 Knox base has a medic on it, and say Medic 41's down in Grovetown, like last night. Medic 3 will go to Judson if they have a ALS emergency. So yeah, Knox would be the first one that would be considered to be done.
Boy, I feel like that's something we can move in the direction of. It doesn't sound like there'd be too many hurdles to go over there. Just basically a place to keep it under roof.
And we could even do a 3rd bay instead of 2 more bays.
Yeah,
I mean, get it in.
Right.
But you are considering that
Oh, yeah,
on the next.
absolutely, because with the 2 bays that are there now, we can house the ones that we keep outside, and we don't have to keep moving equipment in and out when we need to switch out. But we also, if you go down to the 2021 3308, which is a sideline right now. It's been running. It has 170,000 miles on it. Ambulance. That would be one of the ones that would need to come out within the next 2 years, possibly. I mean, I know we have two of them. One of them's going to Grovertown when it comes in. Because one of them was ordered specifically for Grovertown. They've never had a new one. But I mean, the mileages are starting to grow quickly by the call we was on it. The last 2 months have been relatively slow, which is good and bad. Great for the county.
Didn't we talk about in the last meeting, getting something on order because we knew the lead time was gonna be
Yeah,
so
lead
long?
time's 2 years. Well, right now I know they have, but I got it, guys continually calling me, hey, I got a type 1, which is the truck front. So I have no room for it. They pop up periodically. So I mean, we can put one on order with no money down. And then that's how these others pop up because somebody like Keener Township had to back out of theirs. So it's not a contracted, a hard contract. It's like a soft contract because they know they'll sell it tomorrow.
Mhm.
So that's the
Might be
plus.
something to consider. If it ain't gonna cost us nothing down and go with the 4-wheel drive like you mentioned.
It'd be good to have one in the fleet.
Yeah.
I can get prices to bring them back.
You guys think?
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The only difference in the services, the Tahoe line has got to go to Chevrolet. It was supposed to win Thursday, but I got sidetracked. And transmission is starting to shudder. And it's got a lifter tick. It served me well. No, I've got like 65,000 miles on it from when I got it. And it's not easy miles. So. Eventually, maybe sometime down the road, swap that one out and move that one into Medic 41 because when Medic 41 broke last week, they went into my Tahoe. Because there's no backup for them. Now it runs 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. So. Anything else?
This, the base we was talking about over there at Hamlet, check with Mike Gerhart maybe on that water sand.
Someone told me Mike.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who Mike was.
Yeah, over. And if not, he might go send you in the right direction.
Yeah, because I don't want to sit, I don't want to put him off too long.
But no, I wouldn't. I'd like to keep moving forward on it.
Yeah, too.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Jim.
Great day. Mikey?
You can bring another chair. Sorry about that.
Well, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys? Sorry. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come up and speak to you guys again about our contract. You guys have had our contract for the past couple of months, but I just wanted to make sure that you had another copy in front of you. Attached to that is also a new workforce development update about our adult education. So again, we're asking for 130,000 for our contract, 2 years enrolling. I wanted to talk about a little bit about what we're currently doing for the contract. We serve as the county's primary point of contact for the community development and economic development services. Our office is open from 8 a.m. To 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, excluding all federal holidays and board-approved closures. We serve as the point of contact and the satellite office for the Indiana Small Business Development Corporation. We schedule biannual business retention and expansion visits with the state. And because of the housing crisis that Starke County is facing, we have started a housing committee to locate and identify land. We conduct business recruitment activities designed to provide employment and an improved tax base throughout Starke County. We will be creating a business plan workshop this month, free to the community. We will be hosting a Microsoft 365 workshop in February, free to the community. We will be hosting Funding Your Business workshop in March, free to the community. Also in March, we'll be hosting a Building Your Elevator pitch, free to the community. We'll be hosting our second annual Small Business Resource Expo. That will be held in April, and that is free to the community. We'll be hosting Financing Your Future in conjunction with a local financial institution to help community members better prepare for their financial futures. That will also be free to the community. We're hosting an AI Unleashed later in the year, which will also be free to the community. We do economic development, marketing, and promotion, including our website and promotional, making sure that we have up-to-date content. Right now, we're working on a new website to be more front-facing and user-friendly, but our website is currently up to date with everything. We're working on new promotion for our industrial park once our land swap gets completed. We provide industrial park planning and promotion in concert with economic development, marketing and promotion. We have formed a building sites and infrastructure committee to focus on this. We are marketing our foundation's 53 acres that we have in our industrial park. We are working with the ag strategy currently to promote North Judson and Hamlet's Industrial Park for ag business. And I manage Zoom Prospector online for our state leads that we get. I build mutually beneficial relationships with national, state, and regional entities engaged in community and economic development. I sit on the Regional Work One Board of Directors. I'm actively engaged in the Kankakee Iroquois Regional Agricultural Strategy. I'm an active member of the Northwest Indiana Forum Economic Development. I'm an active member of the Indiana Economic Development Association for the state, and I sit on 2 boards for them. I am regularly talking with someone from the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. Again, I schedule our biannual state visits. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation last year hosted a business retention and expansion seminar in our office, and we held Purdue MEP, Ivy Tech, Work One, and Center of Workforce Innovation in there. We engage with entities doing business in Starke County to promote their retention and expansion. I do quarterly calls with 3 major industries. I do BR&E visits. I have found a grant funding for one of our industries in industrial park to receive workforce training. I have sent out a survey to everyone in the industrial park about what kind of classes or training that would be available to them. I've assisted in a successful establishment of small, locally owned and operated businesses. We do Starke Tank. We brought that back. I'm hosting business-oriented workshops for free to the community and businesses. I've established a small business incentive program for the foundation that I'll be talking about later. We're in talks about a gas station in San Pierre and in bringing surf to downtown businesses. We engage in land acquisition as needed to make the same available for industrial growth. Again, that's why I'm trying to do the land swap with the county and the Hamlet Industrial Park. That's a 1 acre for 1 acre swap to be able to market the land better. We do the management of the Hamlet Firewell for Starke County government to include the scheduling of maintenance, inspections, repairs, negotiations of the Kankakee Valley REMC electrical rates, and preparation and submission of all firewall invoices and claims to the Starke County auditor. We do the management of the lead track for Starke County government to include the scheduling and facilitating of all maintenance, inspections, and repairs of the tracks and their signals, negotiating rail car usage rates with local industry for Starke County government, quarterly invoicing of rail car usage to local industries, and preparation and submission of all lead track invoices and claims to the Starke County auditor for payment. I have contracted the biannual inspection. They just got done with the fall 2025 work in November, and the spring 2026 work is already in the books. Now I'd like to talk about some accomplishments that we've actually been able to do in 2025. So I talked earlier about the small business incentive program that the foundation established. We funded and established. So that helps small businesses through like the permitting process, getting through the variances or the BZA, talking with the health department, and then going and looking at the infrastructure for that and what kind of utilities, if it's REM, if it's Key Valley, REMC, or if it's NIPSCO, and talking with their economic developers about getting them the best rates. The foundation provides assistance in advertising in the local papers and a radio ad on the radio. Rich Wallen from WKVI will interview the new business and put that in a business spotlight. And we do a ribbon cutting and press release for the opening of the business in partnership with the Starke County Chamber, who we love being partners with. We've been able to help 4 businesses so far, and that list is counting and growing. We are very proud that we reestablished our vital relationship with Ivy Tech to bring adult education back to Starke County. We created a survey for input on what direction community members would like to go, like what classes they would like to see. We're taking all of those responses from the survey and formulating a plan with Ivy Tech to bring the mobile learning lab to Starke County to host training seminars and workshops for local businesses, bringing course classes to the mobile learning lab to upscale our adult population. We hosted our first annual small business expo for emerging and existing businesses. Within Starke County, that was a resource center at the beginning of our Starke Tank event that had marketing, IT, a POS system, business insurance, and and Ivy Tech was also there to help with different kind of training that people might need for their businesses, but it was all resources under one roof. That was the first time we were able to do that. We hosted a QuickBooks workshop for local businesses that could sign up for free. 10 businesses within Starke County participated in that to learn how to do QuickBooks online. We have 7 workshops already scheduled for the 2026 year. I worked with NDOT to establish better truck route signs to avoid over ticketing to CDL drivers coming into the industrial parks, because that was one thing that I did here on my BR&E visits that I've been doing is the CDL drivers, the truckers coming in, they're getting ticketed, and they don't really want to come to get ticketed because there wasn't clear signs up and it was kind of ever changing. So we were able to establish clear truck route signs. We brought back and reorganized Starke Tank, which sole purpose is to promote startup businesses and entrepreneurs within the community, while also helping existing small businesses propel into a prosperous future. Starke Tank has had, since its inception of 2020, 9 excuse me, has had 9 new businesses emerge from that. So that is 9 businesses that are giving services to Starke County, providing services and paying into the tax base. I attended 2 state conferences and 1 national conference last year. Helped with bringing a Dollar General store to St. Pierre. I worked with an IU and Notre Dame grad on an AI job generator from the beginning stages of its from the project. And after completion, we added Rolly Jobs, which was the project, to our website to help connect people's skills with jobs locally. So some things that Rolly Jobs is going to be able to do for us is track hiring trends, seeing who's hiring, which roles are in demand, and then we'll be able to tailor our training to those trends that we're seeing. It'll be able to help support that planning process with the training that we're doing. It's going to map industry clusters to be able to see if there's any new emerging businesses. Then we can go and try and attract side business from that. It makes the job board a lot easier because it is finding the jobs, putting it on there, and the business does not have to do any of that hard work, and it's manually updated weekly. It's going to be able to help with the grant process because you'll be able to use live data that they're collecting to strengthen proposals, programs, and reports. We are marketing Starke County's Opportunity Zone that Governor Holcomb put out a couple years ago with a group called Strategis. So if you were to build a business in the Opportunity Zone and you're investing money, this Opportunity Zone will allow you to they will put 17 cents on the dollar to your investment. So you'll be able to see a 17-cent increasement per dollar that you are investing. Our successful BRNE visits were at Otis, American Oak, Hoosier Custom Plastics, Cruise, JW Hicks, Knox Fertilizer, Smart Trace Disposal, Tubby Buddies Parlor and Boutique, Judd Family Farms, and Wappa Green and Herbs. We facilitate the organization of 6 different boards and committees. We have building sites and infrastructure, housing, workforce development, finance, our executive board, and our full board of directors. We've worked very well with local advertising this past year with the Leader, the Pilot, the Market, and WKBI. And I think we've been very active in the community, for going to the Mint Festival, the 4-H Fair, being on the radio during a part of the fair, the Yellowstone Trail Fest, the Street Freaks Hot Rod Car Show, the Schricker Dinner, where we attended and sponsored an award. We participate in the annual chamber golf outing, and we attend the monthly chamber breakfasts where we engage with small business and hear what they're doing. I have with us some letters that people wanted to make sure that you guys would see. So I have letters of support from the community from Kurt Verhagen of Verhagen Investments. I have one from Scott Franco from Surf. I have one from the general manager, Adam Collins at Cruise. I also have one from their owner, CEO, and president, Tom Berkeley at Cruise. I have one from the Community Foundation of Starke County. I have one from Tubby Buddies Parlor and Boutique. And I have one from Abrams Cards and Collectibles. And I have one from Smart Trace Disposal. The workforce, our workforce development and adult education, the piece that we're really working on. The reason why I'm asking for a 2-year contract with you is they're doing 2-year courses. I am asking them to invest in our community and doing these 2-year courses. I want to be able to tell Ivy Tech in a respectful way that our office will also be here and be able to be funded for the next 2 years and then be investing in our community the way that they're investing in our community. That is why I'm asking for a 2-year deal. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yep.
Go ahead, Don.
You were saying, Sam, here, we're working on getting a gas station.
Yes.
The dollar store is a done deal, right?
Yes.
That is gonna happen.
Exactly. Yes.
That's all I got.
What was the amount prior year, or what did we pay or give you guys before? What was that?
$89,800.
And Charlie, she actually came one day last fall, and it was just Donnie and I. I
Yeah.
think we made the decision to wait until you could be here.
Mhm.
But I will say that was a nice presentation.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate
So
it.
you 89.8, and then you're asking for
130
130.
for 2 years.
Well, I'll just make this comment similar to my comment last time. I think that's a pretty big increase. I don't doubt that she's making some good effort. I'd like to see a little bit more of a modest increase. And I'll still bring up that I'm always skeptical of a 2-year contract and the language to automatically renew after 2 years, that would be something I would typically scratch out in a contract. But there's three of us here to make this decision, so I'm just making that comment.
What kind of money you thinking? Are you saying, well, the 40's too much?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty big, I mean, most of the increases we've done across the county have been 3 to 5% on most things. And this is significantly more than that.
In a 2-year contract, I can see though, I agree with asking for a 2-year, even juggling for an extension, because it's hard to do 1 year.
It
at a
is
time.
very hard to budget on 1 year,
And like you said, with the workforce,
Yes, I am,
wants 2-year.
I am trying to I'm just trying to make sure that we are there for Ivy Tech in the way that they're trying to invest in us, that we are here, that we're investing in our community the way that we want to be. I think that in this last year, we've been able to accomplish more than the foundation has been able to accomplish in a while, because we have really put boots to the ground and really tried. Tara has been an immense addition to our foundation, and together we are a very strong team. We're a two-man team that are being able to push forward and accomplish as much as our two-person man office can accomplish. And I think that we are propelling ourselves into the future very well, and we've got great plans. I've got classes to help with people, for people. We've got a plan in place. I'm very confident in what we'll be able to do in the year of 2026.
Yeah, I like well, with the 2-year contract, I'm okay with that part, but money's my thing. I'm not quite sure. I could see an increase, but that much, that's quite a bit.
What do you think?
Really, I wouldn't see more than half of that 40, the increase, or it's basically say 40 increase, 40,000.
If you meet in the middle and do 20.
That's kind of my thoughts on it.
So Charlie, are you suggesting 110?
I guess I want to ask this, what's going on with the skill building over here where there's, because are you guys kind of, I guess I won't say you guys, but who takes care, like, they pay economic development the rent for it, the building? Is that how it works, or how's that
No.
work?
They don't pay rent to our building. They take care of the maintenance of the
Okay.
building.
Because I had heard like, is that rent being increased or anything, or
Yeah,
or what, anything like that?
I can answer for that if you don't mind. If
Yeah.
you got time for all this.
Yeah,
So, and I thought Kelly Shepherd
yeah.
is here he's the superintendent.
Mhm.
So there was, the skill board has a board.
Mhm.
They asked to separate from the economic development.
Right.
So in order to do that, they gotta take over
Not
the
schools,
building,
not schools.
not schools.
Okay.
So. And they're saying that Mikey, they're not saying, sorry, Kelly. There's a couple people on the board saying that Mikey took it away from economic development. The superintendent has to separate this, which is fine.
Right.
And they keep from kindergarten to 12th grade. And they take over the adult education.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on there.
Okay.
But the deal of them saying that the economic development took it is absolutely not true. The board voted on that to happen.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm sure that don't clear it all up, but I don't know.
No, I get
It's crazy the way that people's talking now. And I can even go right to the source, but I'm not doing that right now in the public meeting.
So at 110,000, that would be about 24 to 25% increase from last year.
Be how much?
about 25%. Comes out to like 24.
I think that'd be pretty, I mean, I'm fine with those figures. You know, cause that's kind of one of the, I mean, with the contract, you gotta negotiate something with it, so.
Yes.
No, was 110.
That's what he proposed, you know.
So I'll make a motion, we give them a 2-year contract with the 110.
I'll second that.
We got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye,
Opposed? Aye. Motion passes.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
You need one of these signed.
I will provide, I'll get you a new copy of with
Yeah,
the,
a little
with
bit.
the clean, with the cleaned up language.
On there, you got Charlie president, it's switched, Mike's president and Charlie's vice.
Alrighty, I can get.
Just
it
to-
changed all
yeah,
for you.
change it.
Yes, well, then I definitely need to change the contract.
Do you need it before our next meeting?
I will bring it to, I will bring it to your next meeting for you
Okay.
guys to sign if that's, is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that,
I just wanted to make sure you didn't need it before our next meeting for any reason.
no, but I
Okay.
need it signed before March 1st.
Perfect. All right.
I will bring that back with cleaned up language. Thank you all for your time.
Thanks.
Sure.
You're hiding back there. I think it's
Oh, yeah.
your turn, right?
Imagine that.
Oh. Waiting my whole life.
Well, good morning.
Morning. Is this gonna stay forever?
I don't know yet. The size just.
Morning. So you wanna talk about the brush chopper first? That's what's on the.
Let you lead.
All right, you guys had a meeting 2 weeks ago. My foreman was in here with the asset manager, had some questions, had some. I know you looked into more information about what was being said about the Starke County spot. I brought Paul with me, our mechanic.
Come on up, Paul.
Oh. Sorry. I was gonna.
It's got a chair
There's
right
your
here.
chair right there.
Comfy chair.
That's good. In case you have any questions about the mechanical aspects of either machine. I don't know.
I think when we was talking, the American one and the one that was out of the country. Did we got them right? Yeah.
We do have them right, but there was a little bit, I think, of the one that was broken at the state. It sounds like there was an accident with that machine that was beyond, it sounded like it was being towed maybe on a trailer and hit a bridge. And there was some significant damage to it. So that, I think,
Big difference.
yeah, that's just what I was told,
Right.
as I made a couple phone
So
calls.
it's not like they were using it and something happened and now they won't fix it.
That's not what was indicated to
Okay.
me. It was something more structural was done to the thing.
Yeah, and Paul's went over the general, aspects of the. Mechanical mechanisms on those machines, if you have any questions about that. As far as I don't care, whatever you want, I need something.
Is there either one you would prefer, Paul?
They both have pros and cons. The Dude's engine, I'm not a big fan of, but as far as somebody that can work on it, they're gonna be a lot closer. That's Fort Wayne. Currently, my computers, I can read the Mower Max and the Cummins engine that's in that, so that one's gonna be a little easier for us to work on and service. They're out of Florida though, so I mean, as far as getting parts, it might take a little longer. Mower Max, I think that one's probably overall a better machine.
That's Mower Max, that's the one, which. Is that that's made in the USA or?
And it's made in Florida. It has, like you said, the Cummins engine.
Yeah.
I think the price is virtually identical. I mean, there's a,
Yeah, they were close.
Mhm.
Actually, we do have a councilman here. He might be able to help us out if we can take that funding from our cum cap instead of using it out of just this year's,
Appropriation.
if we can use it out of the general cum cap. Is that something you can shed any light on, Dave?
It sounds like it might, it doesn't sound like it would be a bad idea. I mean, obviously, I don't want to get myself in trouble speaking for the other civ. I think that's a reasonable idea,
Yeah.
Next, there's what's in. Okay, no.
It's over.
Yeah.
I think that's the first try we should do. The council does meet tonight, I think.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's on the agenda.
I think we should keep forward on, we definitely need it. And we've talked, if this goes through, you're gonna put someone in it full time. They won't get laid off.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a part-time person, but somebody will be in it year round.
We'll only train a couple people, with it,
Mhm.
3 people with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you might come up with. I'm okay about this. I think we need to move forward. It's something we gotta have.
Was that a motion?
Yeah.
For
But
which,
I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave that up to you and Charlie on the, which brand you want.
well, any opportunity I get to buy American made, that's usually the direction to go if it's
Exactly.
possible.
Yeah.
Which one's the one that they have down there at the state? Was it the Mower Max one? Or the other one?
Well, the,
Lower Mac phone.
yeah, it's the more max one.
Got in the accident.
Yeah. It'll be on auction down there.
I actually don't know that it belongs to the state. I
They rent
think,
it or lease it.
I
maybe?
think it was maybe a subcontractor that was doing work for the state, from what I was told.
'Cause I know it's sitting down there.
Is it?
Which I think there's a disagreement in who's paying for the repairs.
Mhm.
That's why I have.
Probably
it
something
repaired.
like that.
Mhm. Yeah, either way, I mean, we need to get something going here, so.
Well, I'll second Donnie's motion.
Which one's the American made?
The American made one, out of the Q camp, general fund, not our appropriated fund. For $274,388.55. We got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes to move forward with the mower mix.
All right, next, let's talk about flex time. This is your current flex time policy. In the county handbook. Doesn't work well with my department. My office manager, asset manager, myself and foreman, we do not get overtime. All the other employees get overtime. We're under this flex time. The flex time policy says that you have to use it within the week. Normally, within the same pay week. Normally that works out fine. We're working in the offices. But for our department, with all the snow that we've had, we have to work Friday night, Saturdays. Our pay week goes from Sunday to Saturday. If we go out on a Saturday, we're supposed to use it by Saturday.
Mhm.
The state uses a quarterly flex time policy. I'd like to add in the handbook. I mean, of course, Justin will have to, go over it too, and maybe our HR people. But something that says that the highway department can use their flex time within the quarter,
Mhm.
not within that same week.
Mhm.
So could we could probably move forward with a motion today for Justin and HR to work on it, maybe present it for the next meeting. See if we,
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah. Cause I totally get, I see what you're saying. And you can't control it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
and if we don't like what they present, we can make changes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess we need a motion to move forward.
I'll make a motion that Rachel and Justin Trans talk with the HR, rewrite it and then bring it back to us.
Okay, got a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
You just did that.
ma'am?
Not just me, but I'm gonna yes, Tori too, because she has her hand up. This happens in the treasurer's office too, during tax time. If we're there till, I cannot let someone leave in the same in that same week early if they stayed over. My deputy does not get overtime. So if she stays over, my part-timers do, I can pay them. But the deputy cannot. So that's another, I mean, and that only happens during tax time. But if we're gonna make an exception, we need to include other offices that have these problems.
Maybe something that Justin could look into. Correct.
I would just point out, EMS and CMA is the same as carriers, like, police might just wanna look into it for like. You know, the people that are on call and whatnot, so. Just my suggestion.
Right.
But we wanna let Justin kind of look into all this and
I think so.
see what he can piece together.
Yeah.
Justin, can you hear us?
I can hear you. I mean, I can check around and see what other counties do with regard to extenuating circumstances. I'm sure other bigger, especially bigger counties have done something similarly.
Could you work with HR and maybe develop some language that we could look at for the next meeting?
Just for certain also.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Sounds great.
It's nice. Northern Indiana Community Foundation, are you still comfortable? So again, okay. So I applied for a non-contact voltage detector with for grant with the Northern Indiana Community Foundation. This is a device that is worn a lot by NIPSCO and REMC. It's worn around your neck, and if you get close to electric lines that are down that possibly you may get shocked from when you're on the roadway, it'll go off before you even get near that spot. I asked for $12,000, but I didn't get the full amount, but I got $5,000. So we will be able to at least order 5 or 6. So I just want to let you know, thank you to the Northern Indiana Community Foundation for sponsoring those non-contact voltage detectors. Gonna be a big help.
We put them on your bucket guys or?
Yeah, that's what the plan is for the guys that go out frequently
Right.
for treatment at night. 'Cause you can't see, I mean, when they're down on the roadway, you can't always see where the
Exactly.
electric lines are. Can I go to et al now? I didn't see et al on the agenda, but let's add et al.
Do what?
Et al,
At all?
yeah, more stuff.
Oh,
That's not on the agenda. At all. Technically, it doesn't need to come before you guys, but I need to purchase 3 big plots. Because. Well, Paul can explain why.
Cause we need them.
Yeah.
man, a few words.
I mean, that's why we're, yeah.
So they're about $13,000 each. I have to take it to the council tonight because it's over that $10,000 cap. I have the money. There's nothing that you really need to do other than maybe support my 3 plow purchase. I'm not going to Winco for these plows. I'm going to Terry's.
Good idea.
From one hill where not.
And that's
good.
pretty much local with Terry.
Charlie,
Next
next time,
time,
got to see one of the ones that we had to piece back together.
Yeah.
do you need motion on that or you don't need nothing? You said?
I just would like your support, maybe
You got my,
to support the
that's
plow
what we
purchase.
need, like, all things.
We do. We've gone through a couple and I do not want to get stuck with having a big truck that could go out but can't because it doesn't have a plow.
So right now you have 3 trucks sitting that can't go out and plow.
No, we have no truck sitting that can't go out and plow.
I fixed the ones that we had
Yeah.
broken.
But
We do not want any more ones that we had got from Winco.
How long will it take you to get these? Or
Um,
you got them in stock? Or-
there's I would say it was like a 4-week lead time.
Wrap it up. Wait, come for next year.
You might look out at one time, quicker.
Yeah, however they,
I support it.
I do too.
Sounds good.
Okay, one more thing. Kind of mentioned pickup a little bit. We do normally get a pickup once every 2 years. I have the money for it. I don't need to ask for appropriation for it. I'll have to ask the council. I mean, have the quotes. I'd have to ask the council for, the purchase because it's over the 10,000. But I did bring pickup quotes too. Or I didn't get copies.
Pretty much close to what you got.
Yeah, it's the lowest was Oliver, that was happened in 2024 as well. Actually, that's cheaper than what we paid for in 2024.
That's who you got from last time.
Yep, and then Cammy presented something comparable. They're a lot, but of course they are all the things.
That's a big difference too.
I think we paid like 54 for our 2024 pickup, almost the exact same, and that's 48.
Have you talked to them about the difference in the price?
They can't go on with that, is their municipal discount that they're offering, and they can't go lower than that. I don't know how
Right.
that all works out, you know, why one can be less than.
That's
the
what I'm
other.
saying, yeah, but, I mean, I would love to buy local, but when it's $10,000 difference, you can't.
I'd love to too. Well, this one doesn't, I'm missing something here. It doesn't have all the specs.
I'm sure they-
No, I'm not sure. Oliver has it pretty well all broken down.
So,
Yeah, I see what you mean,
Are you
the
getting
actual specs.
a plow for it as well or no?
Yeah, but that's something that I don't, it's under, that's something that I can provide, like, I don't.
Down the road or
Yeah.
before winter?
It'll
What would-
probably be, because this is like a 60-day lead time, so it'll probably be, I'll get the plow before next one.
What would this truck be used
you
for?
want to see it?
So we have a lot of crews that go out, this would be for either the. Oh, as I use our other pickups for, berm crew, the bridge maintenance crew. Traffic control crew,
So will this become your truck initially and then
No.
yours will get cycled down?
this will go to the foreman.
Okay.
I like my truck. Her truck would be cycled down.
But come winter, you will put a plow on.
Oh, yeah. Even before we're plowing. Make sure it's ready to go for maybe an early winter like this year. Like I said, I have the money. I don't need the appropriation. It's already appropriated in the LRS fund. Just, need your approval and then council's approval.
Now, will you have any trucks that are getting cycled out of
I
rotation?
really, Paul and I talked about that, because we know Rick needs a truck,
Mhm.
and I just,
It's a matter of which one.
yeah. And like truck seven is what I would wanna get them, because that's a single cab, like, we can't do much with single cabs, we need crew cabs for the crews going out. But 7 has our Tommy tailgate on it right now. So I'd have to completely structure that on something else. Truck 4 is the other option, right? Truck 4 we talked about.
Yeah.
This is our Dodge. So only as far as the crew pickup fleet, we have all Fords. And that's kind of the odd man out. And that one does have plow too. 7, yeah, we could. But I don't know. I don't know why we're gonna get rid of one we pickups either, because we use them all the time.
Yeah, if you're gonna be using it, there's no need to get
Yeah.
rid of it.
So this would be an addition to your fleet for right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, it would be.
Well, she's got the funds for it. It's good to cycle in new vehicles.
Need emotional.
Yeah, well, one way or the other.
I'll make a motion that we let her go ahead with Oliver Ford at the price of $48,955.
Got a motion? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So I am taking the Kubota purchase to the council tonight. You guys, I mean, you were right. I do have the money for it. I'll go to LRS. I just don't have the money for the brush.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Yep, you're right, tomorrow night.
And, you wanna start putting things together with Rick on your auction stuff for the year?
Yeah. I need, yeah.
Sounds like you might have some plows.
How many you get with Rick? Oh, scrap. Scrap metal plows. I'm gonna get with Rick about that down here, and you put that on the auction. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Bucket truck?
Looking.
Okay.
Yep, we contacted the one that you had sent us information on, and we're still waiting on getting more information on it.
Will you still have money in your budget for it with these other two purchases?
And still appropriation too. It's not something that I'll have to ask for additional appropriation.
What year was that truck?
Our current bucket truck or the one
Yeah,
that
the one that-
2006,
2006,
Yeah.
and it had 30,000 miles.
the one that you sent me?
Yeah, it's just one of them, yeah.
Yeah. 2006 and 30,000 miles. I didn't show Paul it yet. I should have to go look at it just in case.
They should have they should still have the real international engine in it, right?
Good.
Yeah. Anything else?
Anything else from? Paul?
If you do go with the bucket truck, will they inspect it before we buy it? 'Cause you said ours is inspected for,
It
it's
is.
running out, I know,
Mhm. Oh,
or will you have
I
to
don't know.
inspect it?
I'll have to ask about that. It's a good question.
Just, you know,
Yeah.
make sure it's gonna pass inspection, hopefully they'll.
Right,
get
'cause that's the
everything.
problem we have
Yeah,
now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Any questions, comments, concerns on my plowing operations?
I'll just state that over the weekend, your crew did an awesome job. I know we got more snow on the east side than on the west side, and they were out regularly plowing over the weekend. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, keeping up on the drifts. That was a never-ending battle though, yesterday especially.
I haven't heard no complaints, so.
All right, I'm leaving now. You wanna leave?
Can I say one thing before we continue? Our HR attorney says that it is a federal law for flex time.
Well, we'll see it with,
We'll have Justin look into,
yeah.
come up with some
Yeah,
other idea, because she's
With
right.
Suzanne right now, so just to let you guys know.
Okay, is John, we'll probably need John for this for Jeremiah.
Yeah. Was there.
Wanna? Yep.
Oh, I'm there.
John, you wanna come up and kind of help fill us in on where some of this is? Let you lead the way.
Okay, sure. Thanks for your time. So about 5 years ago, I've got 13 acres up in Garbertown. Built a house there and put a cabin back in the woods. And it's been on Airbnb for several years. There's an issue with a variance, I guess that's needed. Trying to keep it short here. I don't know if we're trying to try our case now or we're supposed to go in front of the BZA. So this has been going on since September, the first week of September. And they haven't had another meeting. We haven't been able to get in front of them. So I'm asking the board to allow us to operate like we have for years until they get a quorum.
So does BZA got you on hold then? They're not letting you do nothing with it?
They gave us, so originally, it's my wife Tracy, so she's she deals with it actually, but, so originally it was, they wanted to come out and inspect it. I know the building inspector, it must be John. I think you met my wife. I wasn't there. John came out and inspected it. I know Mike came out and inspected it. Everything, there was a outlet that needed changed to GFI. Other than that, everything was fine. We've got almost 300 reviews. They're all, our address is 4.92. So it's a nice place. And we assumed And what was explained to us, to me, or originally was they wanted to come out and see it and check it out. They came out, checked it out, everybody was in agreement, said it looked good. The meeting got canceled again, so we put it back online. Within a few days, we got another letter. So we shut it off again. It's been off now for months. And that's where we are. I understand there's an issue with zoning, need to be rezoned or something.
But you've been able to use it up till now.
Since 21. Yeah, there's a neighbor that there's a whole history there going back when I purchased the property, and that neighbor's they've called EPA on me twice. They had an issue with my company being there. We moved up just north of town here now.
Right.
Tried to oblige. As far as I know, they're the only neighbor. I'm friends with everyone, and I tried being their friend a few times, but they're not a fan. They enjoyed it being a bean field. I think it was in their backyard, and that's changed since I bought it. I built my house way off the road, which is essentially there. But there's a tree line between us, but it's more of a personal thing, I believe, than an issue. But from what I understand, no one's been able to tell me for sure, but from what I understand, we might be in violation of something, but no one can tell me what that is. I've been upstairs, tried to contact as many people as I can. I know you've had an issue with getting a quorum together. We were hopeful to deal with it last week. It got canceled again.
For the third month.
Yeah, this has been going on since September. And so my wife called up last week and they said, hey, just get on the commissioner's agenda and see, they let you go back to the way it's been for years until they can get a work together.
John, you wanna at least fill us in a little bit as to what you know so far? I know you kind of walked in a little bit in the middle of all of this, I think.
Yes, sir. So from the zoning side, they are in violation for 3 different zoning ordinances. The first one is the minimum square footage of a dwelling on the property. Theirs is a little over 250 square feet. The minimum for agriculture is 900 square feet. So they fall within tiny homes, which are not allowed in Starke County. The second one is that they now have 2 dwellings on the same property, which is also a violation of zoning ordinance. And then the final one. Operating a business in agriculture that doesn't have to do with agriculture. So those are the 3 violations that they currently have. It's hard. There's nothing we can do about it. The cease and desist does have to stay in effect until we get to the BZA, because it's not so much can we continue doing it? The BZA has to decide how they're gonna handle the current violations as well. Because if nothing is done, or we just let them continue doing it, then that opens the door for everybody to build something later, and it gets found out, and then it sets a precedent, right? So it is unfortunate that we haven't been able to get a quorum. However, it's not just asking for a variance, it's asking what to do about the current violations in place.
If I can, again.
Sure.
This is all on the up and up. I got a building permit for it. Everything was done the way I was told to do it 5 years ago.
And they okayed it 5 years ago.
Correct.
You have a building permit on file?
That would be incorrect, sir. I believe it's your ex-wife now. She pulled a shed permit in May of 21. And made mention in the office that they were gonna run a Airbnb out of it. The employees at the time notified them that that would require BZA variance. And she said, well, I'll just pull a permit now for a shed. There were no inspections completed on that shed build either. The iWorks is completely empty. After the shed permit was pulled, that was it. And then I don't know when the business started, but the original permit was for a shed, and there was never a dwelling permit purchased outside of your primary dwelling.
What my ex-wife is, girl that worked for me, she's my secretary at the time. Secondly, it's just a building permit. I don't know what she said. I don't know what their conversation was. Got a building permit for it. I think the reason they classified it as a shed, it was one of the Burkholder prefab buildings. And there are multiple of those in your county.
Yeah.
Multiple of them. So I didn't know I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't know that you guys don't allow them because I'm aware of multiple,
Right.
so.
I don't. That's
You
not
can have the
issue.
shed.
Yeah,
The issue is turning it into a dwelling.
Yeah, I'm not speaking of sheds, I'm speaking of exactly what we have.
so you're suggesting that people are using them as homes?
There are several.
Okay.
There's one right around the corner from my house. That the board's aware of. Been aware of it for years.
I'm not okay with it, so I'll get with you guys later. I mean.
I'm not trying to point fingers or anything.
No,
Just, I mean, I was trying to
This
put
is
it
going
off.
back years. We're all just
Yeah.
trying to get it figured out.
If 21, if he was okay to do it, and now all of a sudden, why is it all of a sudden? Are we asking him to stop if he's been doing it for 4 years? That's my problem.
He wasn't okay to do it, sir. He was okay to build a shed, but
But nobody said nothing.
we can't see. It is very far back. So from code enforcement side, you cannot see that shed. We would have never known it existed. However, there was a complaint filed and they did give us access to the property. So now we know what is there. And they are in violation. The BZA could very easily allow them to continue doing what they're doing, but until then, I have to issue a cease and desist.
Justin, do you have any advice for us?
Yeah, you may not like the advice, but so I mean, and I can certainly appreciate why, they're frustrated, especially if we've not been able, the BZA has not been able to obtain a quorum, but we do not have the authority to grant deviations from the county zoning ordinance. We, being the commissioners, totally understand why he's approaching you. If it's been a couple months now and they've not had a quorum to have a meeting, I get the frustration. But even if we wanted to, we can't. We don't have the statutory authority to grant deviations or allow him to continue. John had made several points. He goes, the BZA may give him a variance. They may decide that there's no action that needs to be taken on the enforcement end, but that again is in the purview of their authority to do. I'm not sure if we've corrected the issues with some of the lingering appointments now so they can obtain a quorum, but again, even if you guys all wanted to vote in favor of allowing them to, I don't know, I don't want to say circumvent the zoning ordinance because I'm not sure if they're in violation or not. We couldn't do it anyway, or you couldn't do it anyway. Courts have routinely upheld that commissioners can't grant deviations from the zoning variance or the zoning ordinance. I'm sorry.
There's a BZA meeting scheduled for next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, no,
I'm sorry,
that's the
February.
planning commission,
Yeah,
February 11th, I believe.
I get it. I understand completely, but if you guys could do something, to try to get a quorum together. I don't
No,
know if they're
we're
making
hoping to
appointments or.
Make some new appointments
Okay,
today.
yeah, great. Yeah, as long as we could just start moving the ball down the field. Right now it's sitting empty and, got about $40,000 investment back there, so. We don't have very many hotels around here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's been, but
Mhm.
I get where you're at and I understand completely. I understand what the lawyer's saying. I understand what you're saying, John. But if we could try to get that quorum together and get, so we could make our case.
all right.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, we
I
can,
don't have to sit here. I'll be on that.
Are you sure?
Sorry.
looks like we've got, I don't know where this paperwork is.
So.
We need to do the tax sale certificates.
It's important. So I believe I had them all in order. The one tasting you should be the first. I don't know if you.
So I may have piled some other stuff on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
See.
Just not shake all your hands. Thank you so much
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
for your time. Appreciate it.
So we just need to sign this so we can move forward.
Yes.
Okay.
So what's
Need
that
to
for? Is that starting bid for certificate sales? Certificate sales are property that did not get sold on tax sale.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a starting bid, but it's to actually approve
It's
it.
to approve that.
Yeah.
To approve where it started. You guys, it's the same amount from last year. Nothing's changed.
Actually, there's not a lot of information here. This is pretty vague. It's just saying that we're passing and adopting Starke County Board of Commissioners 20th of January 2026.
Where's that from? That paper? Who?
Okay.
Oh,
So it's just saying that we can do a certificate sale for the delinquent properties.
Justin, have you seen a copy of this?
Not that particular one. I've seen similar documents.
This every year, you guys sign that every year.
I think so.
Yeah,
Does this one look different? It has to be signed for the
I can't
advertisement.
remember what the other one looked like
Yeah.
last year.
Okay, Justin, you should have it. It's really just the top language here is the only thing that really.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen plenty of these before. It's fine. Trying to get properties back on the tax roll. I'm assuming these are, and just to reiterate, right? These are properties that did not sell on tax sale.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I guess we need a motion to move forward
I'll
with.
make that move.
Second,
Hey, all those in favor?
I,
Mike, are you going to have any vendor claim questions? Because I'm gonna call it back in.
I don't. I talked to her about it ahead of time.
Okay. All right.
So this is, the first packet here is all the Amazon stuff.
Yeah, so that's usually on the front page is what they usually write, what they're purchasing.
Yep.
And I think you guys got an email.
We do. Okay, so we have vendor claims and a total of $145,554.84.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, payroll from January 3rd, to January 9th. That'd be right. It's only 1 week.
About the hill. Just the end of your thing.
Well, those are the same.
Yeah, one of those I pulled out of your mailbox.
Okay. Do we need to check with Susan on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna call.
Okay. Because normally it shows 2 weeks there. And that amount would be for 2 weeks.
That's what I thought we had to go. Go for them, yeah.
Okay, so they're questioning the payroll docket. They're saying there's gonna be 1 week of payroll.
You guys want to approve the minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the minutes.
Don't
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Yeah, but it says, no period ending 1/3, the days no 9. Okay. There's they said the payday ended on the 3rd, she paid it on the 9th. He said always looks like this. Oh, she said it's always a 6-day difference.
Okay. What? Could have swore that always said 2 weeks.
Right. I have to look them over, no. See what does it, so,
I mean, the amount's right.
right,
It's just the way the wording is.
right.
If this is how she's always done it, I just thought that was a 2-week period up there. Sounds like Connie kind of thought it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a 2 week.
Like I said, the amount is correct.
Is the vendor one different? Does the vendor one look different?
It's the same.
Yeah, well, no, it just has the date that they're paid. Yeah.
So we wanna, one of you guys want to do a motion on this? We got payroll claims, pay period ending 1/3/2026 for $366,208.13.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we got a appointment for the KIRPC.
It's got a sign. We approved it last.
Did we approve those?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was her and Bill Grace.
so we need to do one for Bill too.
I don't know why we didn't have.
I
two
think there might be one in there for Bill. I could be wrong. If there's not,
Yeah.
yeah. No, there's not one there.
Bill might be too. With us.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't, but we approved her.
I just don't remember doing this prior for the last year, but maybe there wasn't
I
one.
don't remember everything. Like that.
Well, are we good with signing it? Are you guys okay with that?
I'm okay, just saying she's on that board.
Yeah.
I think the one for Bill, it has to be a council appointment.
I would say.
Okay, and last time they didn't have this list for us. So they've got it for us today. You guys just want to start at the top and go down and, okay? This is for reorganizing what boards we sit on. So the first is the Marshall Starke Drainage Board, currently Charlie.
But I should just say Starke Drainage Board, because then they appoint whoever to.
I'm not Marshall.
Right, it'd just be Starke Drainage Board, which I'd like to remain on there.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All those in favor? No, Charlie gets on for, is that a 1 year? We do it every year. Yeah.
Mhm.
Economic Development Board, currently Donnie.
I'd like to stay on
I'll make the motion for Donnie to stay on the Economic Development Board.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
it.
Aye.
Arrowhead, currently Donnie.
That don't matter. I was on it last year and never did get a call for a meeting, so
Mhm.
whatever. I can stay on it.
Yeah, that's, if you want to, that's
And I even
fine.
contacted them, so. I don't know what, if they're not having as many meetings, whatever.
I'll make a motion for Donnie Bingley to stay on the Arrowhead.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Workforce Development, currently Charlie.
I can remain on there. I know there's a meeting coming up here, so.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Planning Commission, I sat on that last year.
You wanna stay on it?
I'll make that motion that Mike stays on it.
Was that a
Yeah,
motion,
okay,
Charlie?
yeah.
Mhm.
You good with it?
Yeah, I'll stay on another year.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
LEPC Board.
I'll stay on that if you guys want me to.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll make that motion.
You're the
Mhm.
proxy.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
And that emergency EMA board should have been when I did the jail and the EMS, but either way, we can do it now or.
That's fine. I'll make the motion for Donnie to stay on with Charlie as prox.
Yep.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The FEMA board? Currently me, but I never heard anything about it from last year.
Yeah.
And Charlie's the proxy on that. You want to leave it the same?
That's
I'll
fine.
make that motion.
We got a motion from Donnie. We have a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Building, currently Charlie.
Yeah, I could remain on there.
Motion.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All that stays. Okay, so appointments. So we filled the plan commission and then we had somebody not accept because they're running for office. I understood that. And then we had another one that we did follow up on and there was a conflict. So that person has also stepped out. So we need to fill two boards or two seats on the plan commission and two on the BZA. We have a couple letters here. Or these are new ones for the Plan Commission or BZA. One is Michael Hockman. And the other is Crystal Keller.
Which I think that Michael, I think he lives at, his address is not in town, it looks
It's
like.
on Main
Yeah.
Street,
Yeah.
but we can put him on the BZA, right?
We could, based on what John found.
He lives on Main Street.
At least 3 have to be unincorporated, the other 2 can be in a township.
Yeah.
For BZA, for
Yeah,
BZA.
And that's kind of new language. I didn't
Right.
understand that until today. Justin, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, and I know that John had gotten a response back from the planning commission attorney, and he verified that he was correct on some of these appointments. So I feel pretty comfortable with it.
Okay.
I'm making a motion, we put Mike Hookman on BZA.
We got a motion from Donnie for Michael.
I'll second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And now we had this split up, so we lost 2 members. Do you remember how we had them? Because we were doing 1 and 2 years, so it'd be staggered.
Yes, sir, we lost, I believe he was 2 years. Either way, you have up to 4, so 1, 2, 3, or 4.
So do we want to make Michael a 1 year or a 2 year?
I said let's do 2.
2 years?
You already have your dual appointment, you can't dual appoint the same, more than one person.
What? Who would he be?
Kenny Eagles, your dual appointment. He's on BZA and planning commission.
I don't think we were voting to put him on plan commission.
You did, you voted
Yeah,
to
it's
put
supposed-
Kenny Eagle on.
The commissioners are supposed to appoint 1. to
Yeah, we did that
BPA
last night.
that
We
is
did
on the
that.
planning.
Yeah.
This is still for the BZA.
Yeah, that
We're
was,
trying
this is
to,
a BZA recommendation.
we're still trying
Yeah.
to,
You're saying to put him on the planning.
No.
No.
We just, last time we did like a 1 and 2 year to get back on a stagger, and I wanted to establish where we need to be at. So you want to do 2 years? Is that your? Was
My
that your-
opinion, yeah.
And I'm not sure if John's had time yet to vet to make sure he's not on any other boards.
I have not, sir. That
I don't-
email was the first time.
I don't believe he is.
Yeah, so,
We'll reach out. There is no requirement for a political party.
okay,
And he's fine for inside incorporated, so he should be okay.
okay. Um. So back to the planning commission, we've got currently 2 open seats. We had 2 candidates still on there that are eligible, and we have this new one, so we have 3 candidates.
And what was the new one? I don't have a copy of that one.
what, does she have, or is that, did she have a what party she is?
I think we can do either right now.
Either way.
Yeah, because we have some independents on there, which is a different. So it's split up.
I'm making a motion, we put Crystal Keller.
Okay, we got a motion for Crystal Keller on the plan commission. We have a second.
I'll second that.
Okay, Now, do we want to do 1 or 2 years?
Mm,
Want to call that one a 2-year seat?
Yeah. So we get them staggered.
Right. Okay, we got,
One more for BZA, right, or we don't need one?
we need 1 more for BZA, I believe.
The last one for BJ is council appointment.
mhm, yeah,
Okay. So we need 1 more seat for the plan commission. We have 2 applicants.
I'll make a motion for Roberta Lee.
Okay, we got a motion for Roberta Lee. Do we have a second? I guess for lack of a second, we have 1 more name.
I'll make a motion for Teresa Pugh.
Okay, we got a motion for Teresa Pugh for the plan commission. Do we have a second?
The only problem I got with that, we got Gene on one of the boards. And to me, that would be 1 voice for 2 people.
Well, we need to fill seats. Justin, would there be any conflict with that?
Well, Gene's on the BZA, right?
Gene's on
I'm not
BZA.
sure where he's at.
Yeah, he's on the BZA.
Are you talking about spouses serving on the same board?
Well, they're
No,
not the same
separate
board.
boards.
Oh, I mean, no, there's no legal there's nothing that says that related people can't serve on the same or different boards that I know of. I guess it's kind of a novel situation to me, but I mean, again, I don't think it's not permitted.
Then I'll second Teresa Pugh on the plan commission. All those in favor
I,
of
I don't want to be,
passing? Okay,
I think there's someone that's much more qualified.
okay. So I guess we'll table to the next meeting.
So, question, how long are you gonna keep tabling it? I mean, the board hasn't been full for almost a year. You have qualified applicants, so what are you looking for? What are the qualifications you need for that final seat? I mean, we just canceled 2 planning commission meetings in 30 days. You can get out of one.
Well, actually, I think the last one was canceled for the storm.
It was both.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, what are the qualifications you're looking for? It's been advertised more than 4 times now.
Well, we have to have a vote on the members, and right now we don't have a second for the other member.
I mean, at some point it becomes poor government. Just, I mean, when you have
Well-
people coming up looking to get things done and they can't. So,
Okay, appreciate that. Okay, applications for Veteran Service Office.
there was 2, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys have more.
Oh, on the, no,
I thought we were, I thought we did the rest of these.
yeah, I think there was, yeah, because what's left, I think, is council appointments on some of these other boards.
Well, aviation board, Michaeline highlighted these on that.
The aviation, the guy that was running out sent his letter. I thought we approved it.
Lee Smith.
Lee, yeah.
Oh, I think, no, we didn't get it till after that last meeting, right? He sent a letter saying he wanted
The
reappointed.
same, yeah.
Yeah.
So make that motion and we reappoint him.
I'll second that.
You're pretty sure that came in after?
Yes, it did.
Because I thought we talked about it.
Yeah,
We did,
We did,
but we didn't know,
Okay,
we didn't have a letter then, so.
okay,
and we asked him to contact him.
right. Okay, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Jeez. I'll make a motion to leave Mark Allen on there.
I'll second that.
What are we talking now?
CDC.
Right here.
Here.
Yep. And then Leslie sent a letter in and Lindy Riggs, I don't know her.
Okay, we got a motion and a second for Mark Allen to stay on the CVC board. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Cause that was one, so we need at least two more then, right?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion for Leslie Baker.
Got a motion for Leslie Baker, Do I have a second? I'll second that. Second for Leslie Baker. All those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we got one more seat.
I don't know, or do you know where
I
it's from?
don't, I know.
I've done that.
You have met?
No, I have not.
Are them 1 year seats? 330, you know,
I'm not sure.
I'm thinking you're 4.
Well, you wanna move forward or we can table? Charlie?
I mean. She put interest in for it, so,
Motion,
yeah, I'll make a motion for Lindy Riggs.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And nobody for Building Corporation. Alcoholic Beverage Board, that's council, and I think that's,
Our bar one, alcohol, we did.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah, I think these are what was needed or
Yeah.
left that was needed.
okay, application for Veteran Service Officer. I think you guys, we got these in an email,
yes.
Yeah,
so we got Mark Gordon and Boyd Miller.
is that something we'd wanna do like more of an
Yeah,
executive
Executive,
and like interview them?
Probably.
I mean, that's what we've always done, so.
I'd like to involve Mark Corley, if you
Yeah.
guys don't care.
Yeah, I mean, he's all in for that, so it's, you know,
So we want to move forward with scheduling a executive on this.
So contact Mark.
yeah.
Teresa, is that something you can?
Yep.
Work on?
Do you have a specific time that everyone's available, day, time?
I won't be available next week.
Okay.
I could do this Friday afternoon.
That's what I was wondering if that would work.
That work for you?
I don't think so. I mean, go ahead, if you guys move forward, if we got Mark, that would be three.
Yeah, if Mark's here, he can.
I will try, but I can't promise it. Unless you do late Friday.
We'll have to get a hold of Mark to make sure he can make it.
Right.
What do you think's late?
3:30, 4 o'clock.
Oh. Yeah.
And like I say, go ahead, you guys go on without me.
Okay.
You know, if you guys can.
You want to just schedule it for 3:30 on Friday?
Yeah, that's,
I'll let you know.
Pending if
there's an
they can-
issue.
yeah.
Make it work?
Mhm.
Oh, and, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check with everyone and see.
So do you want the applicants there or do you just want to discuss it first?
No, we should
We-
schedule one and then
Okay.
schedule the other.
Yeah,
Make sure Mark Gorley's available
Okay, Friday, 3:30.
and the two applicants.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys got anything else?
I do not.
Okay, I think Robbie's here to discuss something, so.
I was coming in to discuss the job. There's part-time pay up there, so I was seeing if I could go in to be part-time until they get everything resolved up there.
I don't know why not. I don't know what the whole big deal is going on anyhow.
I mean, they're saying I have no job description, but the other two employees up there basically don't either. But I haven't been able to work for 2 weeks because of it.
And who told you you couldn't work?
They said that I couldn't work until they gave me a job description. But it's a whole different job description.
Amber and John or?
I think the attorneys were involved too.
Yeah, and they had to go through HR.
Right. But what she's saying is there is part-time pay available.
Right.
Which I have not personally confirmed. I thought the part-time pay was out for 2026.
There is.
I don't know how much it is, but I know that they have part-time pay.
But like right now is our contractor registration and she's up there by herself doing all that and that's really not fair to her to do all that on her own when there's me that would have been there if they would have figured this all out last year.
I thought we figured that. I thought the commissioner voted on this a long time ago.
Well, I think it's messier than what it seems like.
Right.
Yeah, I think John is doing a good, I don't know if he's still here.
No, he left.
John is trying to get things straightened out,
Right.
but meetings have to take place because they get direction from the plan commission.
Do you want me to clarify?
Thank you.
So what happened is got an email from Justin that per state board, she couldn't work. Because there was no part-time line in the planning commission budget. BZA was separate, but in the planning commission. Well, then, I don't know, for whatever reason, I looked at the budget. You and Roberta had submitted a second one. Put part-time in there. Lori Rogers at the state board wasn't aware of that. So I reached back out to Justin to see if she can work. Because the money's in there. For Justin, there are background issues with the council for her not working. But of her legal standpoint, she can work. It just may make other people, it may not last after the meeting tomorrow. But as of when I talked to Justin, I think it was last Wednesday, she could work through that part-time line. It just, until after this council meeting, it may change.
Do you know what the fund is in there for part-time?
Not right off the bat. I just know it's a $6,000 was put in the line and that was approved by the state. That was in the state approved budget and it's part-timers not on the salary ordinance. So that wouldn't have been on there anyway, just the part-time pay, but employees aren't designated on the salary ordinance as if they're part-time.
So there is part-time pay and always has
Yes.
been.
Yes. At the initial budget didn't have it on there that Mary and Bo submitted. They did, but then when they left, Mike and Roberta took another look as planning commission, because that's all we had. And then put it in the budget, along with those salaries for John and Amber that were increased. So that's what they're getting paid at right now, because it was approved by the state.
But
So,
you're saying till tomorrow night. And
yeah,
that's because of the threat that we got from the council at your meeting,
I didn't say, no.
that they had control of the money.
The plan commission meeting.
Yes.
But yeah,
So if there's money in there to be paid part-time, I guess I don't see why she couldn't be paid
That's what I'm
part-time.
saying. She's the only lady that stuck around when we went through all this other stuff and now we're punishing her. Because someone don't like her.
I wonder how much is in there.
She just said 6,000.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
It would have been any different than just hiring her as a part-time employee. They have the right to do that. They're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, until that money's gone.
Well, that's the thing, if
It's only January, and if we burn through it all,
Right. But that's garbage, the way it happened.
yeah.
I watched the meeting.
So what do you guys want to do?
I think we should put her back to work. Can we legally do that, Justin?
In my mind.
Yeah, so I don't understand the background behind, I guess, what's going on, what's not going on. I think the line item is called extra work, right? For the $6,000, it's not called part-time pay, it's called extra work, which is fine. I mean, yeah, my concern is only that there is a DLGF approved line item in the budget to pay. In the email that I'd sent, I was trying to reference what Lori was talking about. So basically, what Lori had said was the council can transfer funds from one budget classification to another, and there is a statute under Title VI that allows for that. But in order to do that, you have to actually have the budgeted line item for part-time pay or extra help, whatever this is called in existence. Since at first there was not a part-time pay budgeted line item. You couldn't really transfer between line items if the part-time pay line item wasn't in existence. That was the issue there. You can, it just takes council approval. And now, so if we've got the money in extra work and we've got that line item for extra work, at some point, money will have to be moved from either part-time pay over to that extra help line item, which the council can do and vote on. That's fine, but it takes council approval to do that. And it's fine that she works now as long as their money. The issue is going to be like you all said, when that money runs out, you know, where do we pay her from without council approved line item transfer? And there's a citation for that, just so we've got it on record. It's 6-1.1-18-6, which talks about the ability for the county council to move money. So I mean, as long as there's money in the fund or the council transfers it when the 6K runs out, no problem. I don't know long term what the solution is, and I don't know who's mad at who. I don't know what the discrepancy is here. If Robbie's looking to move to that third part-time position, if she wants to stay, or full-time position, I'm sorry, whether she wants to stay part-time, I don't know. I just, my worry is not that she's getting paid right now. That's great. Robbie does a great job. No one will deny that. It's what happens when that $6,000 runs out is, you know, Robbie, I mean, because if she continues to work and we don't have anything to pay her under, she's got a claim against us. And rightfully so, like I said in my original email. So that's my only concern. Hopefully the county council can maybe enlighten us a little bit further tomorrow night what they want to see happen with that. I don't know the background behind the job descriptions. I mean, has a job description been provided? It's just somebody wasn't happy with it. I mean, it seems like there's easily solvable problems here. I mean, right? It's either the council continues to fund this when that money is out of part-time pay by doing a line item transfer. Robbie goes full-time, or we provide a job description for her current part-time position, or I don't know. I guess what are we wanting to happen here? Because there's like three solutions to the same problem, but it seems like nobody's providing us an answer on which solution we're going to go with, to be candid.
I think we can, based on what he's saying, we can legally pay her out of this $6,000 fund. And that fund should not be depleted by the time all this gets resolved. And a new job title should be created by then. And then the position can be posted and a hiring can be done for the full-time position. But I think this could be a stopgap if the funds are there. Am I understanding that right, Justin?
Yeah, as long as that extra work stays funded, then she can still be paid because it was on the DLGF approved budget that was submitted for 2026. When that money runs out, I don't know when that money will run out, the council's either going to have to do a fund transfer from one budget classification to another, or we're going to have to figure something out with Robbie's position, whether or not it stays part-time, whether or not she wants to go full-time. And if that's the case, you know, a job description should be provided. So otherwise the council can pull the funding from that if that doesn't happen.
Suzanne, that sound doable to you? I make a motion, we put it back to work.
Using the funds from the $6,000 for part-time?
Yep.
Okay, we got a motion from Donnie.
I'll second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, I
Thank
did
you,
have
Sue.
a second one.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
I'd like to have our North Bend trustee come in and talk about getting a siren North Bend style area.
Can I talk about North Bend a minute?
Yes.
I had something for you. Here's this recent situation we had. I just did a quick screenshot from your website. We don't have. I thought meetings were supposed to be public for people, okay? Evidently, they're not. We just had a situation, we lost our fire contract. Now the California Township said, hey, we're not gonna not show up for a fire. But my homeowner's insurance, if they find out, that's gonna go up, because I have no supposedly fire insurance. they signed a 6-month contract. Well, that's nothing. I know a lot of background. I'm not gonna talk hearsay. It's for you guys to do. But as an association, we put out an email to let people know that this was happening because that's what we need to do. I then get an email, the association got an email that says, basically, we're discussing this tomorrow and blah, 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 but I was like, as right now, we don't have a contract and we're notifying our membership. Living in North Bend Township, of course, I have a concern, but anyway, the long and the short of it is, I didn't even hear from the trustee. Somebody else did it, so I guess there might be advisory people. My
She
question
should have
is,
advisory
Yeah.
board.
you can't find, this is the only information on your website. You don't know when meetings are. I asked and they just ignored that question twice to me or to the organization. And so we have no information for residents. And I have a tax line on my taxes for North Bend Township. Where's that money going to? You know? 2 years, my husband and I, we fought for that siren for California to get it up and running. Well, then we find out, well, commissioners don't do it, the county doesn't do it, townships do it. Well, if you can't get to a township meeting, and I'm sure we're not the only one where we don't know anything that's going on in our township, and we should be able to ask questions or, where's our money going? Simple things like that. So for what I understand with the fire thing, it was a really nominal amount. So you don't have hope in hell of a siren, but I'm more concerned getting a fire contract more than 6 months to protect us there.
You-
Like I said, California Township has been awesome. They said that, hey, we're not gonna not respond and, things like that. So we're covered, but then we do have to worry if when word gets out to our insurance companies, we're already paying ridiculous rates because.
Should be able to go to the clerk's office and find out who the advisory board is. To give you.
Well, I already know who one is.
Okay.
Because he's the one that was responding instead of the trustee, even though it's a trustee's email and stuff. And even purposely, when we put the email out, I didn't, because the addresses that are listed there, looks like their home addresses. I excluded that. I did not need that, felt that needed to be published. Here's the phone number and here's the email. We don't have fire protection for our membership there, because it's only to California and North Bend. So it is just, this is gonna be an ongoing thing to struggle. People are asking me, where are the meetings? And I'm like, got me hanging. So that's when I went to the website and it lists all the townships, but that's the only information that it lists. It doesn't list like where or when meetings are. And if the county is saying, you guys got a lot on your plates, I know townships aren't your priority, because there should be people there running them. But, and then there's a lot of people who don't vote that are there. We own homes, we pay big bills, but we have no say-so in it. So we elect at least 10 meetings to find out what's going on. And they just, I think, we've been about 15 years with a homeowner and you just can't find anything out. You hearsay stuff and it's hearsay, so, but like, I know we want to start fire the alarm for this side of the lake too, for people to know there's, whether it's weather or different other, catastrophic event, we want to know that you need to take cover.
You be all right if I put her on the agenda?
Yeah, hopefully she comes.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
For our next agenda, put the North Bend Township trustee on there to talk about a siren. Thank you. What's that?
Rick, do you have anything about the sprinklers for us yet?
No, not yet. I've got one. I need 2 more.
Okay,
I was gonna show you this one after the meeting.
okay. Truck for maintenance. Sounds like Rachel's not real eager to give up on it. I know that Gwen had worked on getting some quotes put together. You want to tell us a little bit about how that's going?
I didn't hear any response back from several. The only one I got a response back on was Auto Park. And then Jeff Odell is working on more truck quotes as we speak. He missed my email, so.
So you got the quotes that you showed us last time and the used one here in town,
Right, if it's still there.
right? And then she handed me these before the meeting.
The used one in town.
That was the one that was 39,000. So those are the two quotes.
I believe though, it kind of sounded like Rachel might be up for discussion with the Dodge since it was a single cab.
Yeah.
So I would kind of, I mean, my suggestion would be to wait. I mean, we spent a lot of money in the meeting today. And work some raises and things for some other offices, so maybe we should just, if she's willing to give up the Dodge single cab, that would be great for me.
Well, like she is.
Well, she didn't indicate that today, but she might, like, said maybe she'll think about it.
I just hate to keep putting it off, and we've been telling Rick for 6 months. I get it, I mean, I appreciate your thought. And there again, yeah, I think that's something we,
Can I ask a question about this? Can you guys approve a certain amount for, like, just approve it, say, hey, this is the amount we're gonna give you, can you look for a truck for this amount? Make sure it's not over this, it needs to be under this, and you can go from there. So when he does look for a vehicle, he can say, hey, I have this amount of money, you guys are only charging this, yeah, keep it for me, I can get it, I've already been pre-approved. It's like pre-approval.
but it's, I think we're up in the air on which way we're gonna go.
I'm just asking, that's a,
Right.
That can be done.
Yeah, we've discussed it.
Yeah, we've talked about
the truck, if he does find a truck, he can say, hey, hold it for me.
Right.
Instead of it disappearing or being sold.
it. My suggestion, Rick, if we're waiting, you might get out there and see if they'd help you switch that bed over. You got a good bed out there before we sell that truck. You can take it off the one that Tony used to have. That's the bed that originally come on that truck. Yeah, that outfit. It's at the garage. At the highway garage? Yeah.
I have another quick question though. Well, if I'm not using my truck and he ever has to go to a Valpo or Plymouth or something, he can take my truck to the work truck. If we're, I mean, he's an employee and he's allowed to drive it, just no smoking in my truck.
But you know, the only thing to that would be as if there was damage to it.
Right,
you know?
exactly. Then, yeah, we did that or
Right,
did it happen in the parking lot?
that would be my only concern.
And I would be okay moving forward on one of them.
Yeah.
And that way you could get it switched over. And then he could have one, and then the auditor's office could use his
Right, yeah.
if something come up or whatever.
Are we allowed to trade in? Or do we have to auction?
That's just, I think we could trade in as long as it's all legit.
Right. Justin, are we allowed to trade in a vehicle towards a vehicle? Or do we have to auction it?
Ooh, it's been a while since I looked. I'm pretty sure you can consider it as part of trade-in as long as you're soliciting bids on the vehicle you're wanting to purchase. Let me check on that, Mike. I don't want to give bad advice there, but I'm pretty sure you can trade in, consider that part of the solicited bid process.
Didn't you say there's a car out here we need to get rid of?
Yeah, but that.
We want to get $500.
Yeah.
Well, I think they have. Gwen, were you telling me that they were offering like a minimum amount for a trade-in as long as it would drive there?
Yes, but I don't remember exactly what that figure was.
No, that's possible, yeah, cause.
A lot of them are doing that now. As long as it makes it there, they'll.
Right, yeah, I mean, if I drive.
Right.
I don't know, I mean, it's usually only a couple $1,000, just tell them to take $2,000 off the price, same difference.
Yeah. We wanna table these for now, or?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
Oh, well, shoot.
I think she's waiting on more bids too.
Well, let's wait for the next meeting,
That's
maybe.
when-
And maybe you get that bed changed before then, Rick, or whatever. You're trying.
Okay, you guys got.
I'm like you, but I don't really want to be in the truck.
It just makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Any,
Glenn, we appreciate the,
Oh, no.
like him using your truck, but I don't know if we want to do that.
Oh, I see, okay.
Just somebody little in the parking lot or, yeah.
anything else from the folks here, ma'am?
Am I supposed to start working today or do I wait till after tomorrow's meeting?
I think we give approval to start today.
Yeah,
If you got, if you don't mind, I mean, if you're here or whatever.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to just go up there and assume.
Right.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Anybody else? Okay, we got a motion to adjourn, second, all those in favor?
Aye. I drink too much water.
I'm ready to get up and go to the rest of the.
Application, one that I haven't seen, so I can.